Hey guys, welcome to the pre-game Tony Goat Romo Dallas Cowboys show. I'm here to talk about the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. The season opener is finally here, and it's been a long off season, a long preseason, a very, very, very long preseason. But we're finally here, game one. This pregame show, usually it's going to happen before every game that we see this year. And I'm going to break down at least three factors to look forward to and to point out. And lastly, I'm just going to give my prediction. So again, thank you so much for everyone that viewed my season prediction video a few months ago. I said I was going to be gone until the season started. Season starts today, and now we get to start. And thank you so much for subscribing. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel because we're going to be doing this all season long. First thing I want to point out here is the Bucs have all 22 starters coming back. They have their team, simply, and they have their formula, and they know what works for them and what doesn't work for them. And we know what kind of team they are when maybe they're slugging it and not performing as well as they should be. And we know exactly what kind of team they are when all their engines are firing. On the other side of that, we have the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of question marks with the offense and a lot of question marks with the defense. We're still not sure what to expect. Another way I can point it out to you is Buccaneer fans are expecting a win tonight. They know their team is good, they know their team is great, and they're going to expect a win out of them. Because that's what you just expect from a team like that, because it's the same exact team coming back. As for us, Cowboy fans, we're not sure what to expect. And with dealing with football and predictions, and if I was a betting man, I'm going with the side that has a lot of certainties rather than a lot of question marks. And I know football, any given night something can happen. You never want to count out the other team. But on a night like tonight, I'm going to go with the Buccaneers having the advantage with all 22 of their starters coming back. And I'm okay with us losing this first one if that's what happens. And I'll tell you why. The way I look at it is that first game is always going to be a good measuring marker of where exactly you are after training camp and preseason. And if we lose tonight, we get to measure ourselves against the Super Bowl champs. If we get blown out, so be it. But if we lose by one or two plays, we're feeling pretty good as Cowboy fans because we're saying to ourselves, hey, if we can just get that throw down, if we can get that certain thing down, I think we're in a good spot to if we're going to see them again in the playoffs. Or if we're seeing another team likewise, we can do something about it. And so the second thing I want to talk about is Dan Quinn's new defense. Talking about question marks, there's a lot of question marks on this side. And so I'm excited to look at a certain amount of players. I'm excited to see Jalen Smith. I know he's had a long offseason, specifically from the fan base. And don't be misconstrued. I am wearing this jersey because I am a Tony Romo fan, not because it is a Jalen Smith jersey. But I'm excited to see where he is as a player. Has his play actually deteriorated, which a lot of things are actually leaning towards that, or is it just because of the scheme that he was in with Mike Nolan last year? I hope to think that it's a scheme thing and we see him back with his speed, but I'm looking at him tonight. Next to him, I'm looking at Michael Parsons, our first-round draft pick. I'm excited to see his speed. I'm excited to see how Quinn uses him. I do expect him to because he has a lot more speed than Van Der Esch and Neal and definitely Jalen Smith. But I'm excited to see him and see if he's put on running backs, if he's put in a lot of nickel and dime coverages. I think there's a lot of advantage with that. And the next thing I want to tag along into this segment too is the defensive line. It's very weak. We lost Neville Gallimore. Let me step back. A pressure is going to be a huge thing tonight. And I think to generate that pressure, we're going to see a lot of linebacker blitzes. I think we're going to see a lot of disguise blitzes. I think we're going to see a lot of Micah Parsons blitzes tonight too. So I'm going to say he gets two. Okay, I'm going to say he gets two blitzes tonight. He sacks Brady twice. And I want to look at our secondary. I want to see how aggressive, how competitive, how talented our secondary is. Because right now on paper, it's not very impressive. And I could definitely see Brady picking us off in the first half. And after adjustments, maybe we get a little competitive in the second half. But I'm not too trustworthy with our secondary. I would have loved to draft Patrick, but that's a thing of the past. But we'll see exactly what happens there. And lastly, are we going to finally get the ball? Are we going to be ball hawks? Are we going to get turnovers? Are we going to get our offensive chances? I want to see if Dan Quinn is a lot more aggressive and these players take that mindset. And tonight's a great night to showcase that. We're not opening up against a division rival. We're opening against the defending world champs. And this is our chance to try a lot of things and do a lot of different things. So I hope our coaching staff is a lot more aggressive too. Lastly, biggest question mark of the night. I know he got the big max contract, and I know he's with Jordan right now, but I want to see exactly how good Dak Prescott is. Let me back up and say this. You know the channel's called Tony Goat Romo, and you probably know how I feel about Dak Prescott after he took his job. I think Dak Prescott is a very above average quarterback, but was he worthy of his contract? I'm not too sure. And I think a lot of Cowboy fans could be brave enough to admit that as well. I want to know if he's going to be rusty tonight. I think he probably will be. We're probably going to see the essential Dak turnover. If you want to know what that is, it's either going to be an overthrown pass, a misread, or a ball that was thrown too wide and it's picked off by someone. Or we're going to see a strip sack because of his pocket awareness. I am guaranteeing that we're going to see at least one turnover from Dak Prescott in that fashion, in either of those fashions. I want to see if he's mobile too. He's a very mobile quarterback, so I want to see if Kellen Moore is going to drop a lot of draws. I want to see if his legs are good there with the pocket awareness, maybe escaping away from the rush. I want to see exactly what happens there because that's going to tell us a lot about that ankle injury because he was very good at it before the injury. We haven't seen anything since. Kellen Moore, I have a beef with this guy, and I want to be very vocal on my channel and very vocal on this show about me talking about Kellen Moore. We got to pay close attention to his game plan tonight. Are we going to be calling from shotgun? How early are we going to ditch Zeke? Will we stay aggressive? And is there going to be any play action? Those are all my questions tonight. We're more successful from the play action when we establish the run. And the way our offense is set around now is we want to focus on Dak more than Zeke. But if we want to win, we got to run Zeke. We got to run Zeke. And we got to get him going. And if there was a fourth thing I could put, it would probably be Zeke and see how well he's going to run. We're obviously going to miss Zach Martin tonight, but with all this said, my prediction is we lose. As you guys saw in the season prediction video, I think we lose. I think we lose 31-21 if you want to put a score on it. I think there'll be chances for us to maybe show that we're a competitive team and we're an aggressive team. But I think coaching, maybe Kellen Moore, a call there, here or there, I think may ruin the night. But I think our defense is going to be fun to watch. I think it's worth the watch tonight to see that. But other than that, guys, I will be back after the game. We're going to watch the highlights together. We're just going to react together. But other than that, go Cowboys. And let's see what happens this year. And, I'm a little bit nervous, but we'll see what happens. I'll see you guys after the game. Go Cowboys.